Roll out the red carpet and get your acceptance speech.
Because we've got your Backstage Pass to Hollywood. Backstage Pass starts now. Hi everyone, welcome to a brand new episode of Backstage Pass where we give you the insider scoop on everything entertainment. I'm Ryan Wall.
And I'm Callie Corson. We've got a juicy show for you, but before we delve into the gossip, let's take a look at what movies topped the box office this past week.
Rounding out the top 5 was Geostorm with just over $3 million. Coming in at number 4 was Tyler Perry's Boo 2: A Madea Halloween. Coming in at number 3 was Jigsaw with $6.7 million. Number 2 was A Bad Mom's Christmas, debuting with over $17 million. And roaring to number 1 was the debut of Thor: Ragnarok with over $120 million. So, lots of big action movies this weekend.
Yeah, if you're a superhero fan, like everyone was out at the movies this weekend.
I know. I was kind of surprised that like Madea was still in the top.
I know, right? It's after Halloween at this point, but it's a classic. Everyone loves Madea.
And then Thor, like, dominated the box office this week, which isn't really a surprise at all.
No, everyone knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Let's see the movies coming out in the next couple of weeks.
Speaking of Thor, on the hunt for another Marvel movie, well, you are in luck because Chris Hemsworth is the star of Marvel's latest release, Thor: Ragnarok. As the 17th film released in the Marvel Universe, Thor takes the stage as the protagonist in his third featured film. Thor is on the hunt to save his planet Asgard from the wrath of the recently released from prison Hela, who's played by Cate Blanchett. But Thor and his brother Loki, played by Tom Hiddleston, must put aside their differences to find their father and shut down Hela's plan to destroy Asgard. This movie also features 2 other Marvel heroes, the Incredible Hulk, played by Mark Ruffalo, and Stephen Strange, played by Benedict Cumberbatch. Marvel does it again in an action-packed adventure that brings comic books to life. Take a look at the trailer for Thor: Ragnarok.
Audiences just can't get enough of their favorite superheroes. DC Studios is rivaling Marvel in the release of their most epic adventure, Justice League. DC is bringing back everyone's old comic book favorites, including Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Lois Lane, played by Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot, Jason Momoa, and Amy Adams, without the help of Superman, who was killed in the last DC film, Batman vs. Superman. This group of heroes must find it in themselves to continue fighting battles without Superman as their fearless leader. This film will definitely have to impress audiences after the many successful Marvel Avengers movies that have been released over the past couple of years. Do you think DC is up to the challenge? Find out in the upcoming movie, Justice League.
Who doesn't love to get wrapped up in their favorite mystery novel? Now you can watch Agatha Christie's story unfold in the latest film, Murder on the Orient Express. An expensive, lavish train carrying 13 strangers suddenly comes to a stop when a passenger is killed. Hercule Poirot, played by Kenneth Branagh, takes it upon himself to act as a detective and figure out what happened. The film will keep you on the edge of your seat, wondering who the murderer could possibly be. Use your detective skills to solve the suspenseful mystery and find out the truth. Here's the trailer for Murder on the Orient Express.
So Ryan, are you excited for the Murder on the Orient Express?
I'm so excited. I watched the original. I know that my mom is super excited because my mom loves Agatha Christie. And one of the other LaSalle TV producers, Selena Bumack, and I have a little producer friend date to go and see the movie. But I think it'll be interesting to see like the modern, you know, I guess CG effects and stuff like that because it's so different and so cool. And it's, I don't know, I love mysteries, so I think it'll be exciting.
Yeah, I agree. I'm excited to see it too.
Yeah. What about like any superhero movies? Are you excited to see those or?
Yeah, I'm excited to take my little sister and brother to them. I think they'll really enjoy them, and Who doesn't enjoy a good superhero movie every once in a while? It's
Yeah.
good to have it.
Exactly. So, Netflix has recently canceled House of Cards in the fallout of a particularly troublesome set of events revolving around producer and star Kevin Spacey. Let's break it down. In late October, Kevin Spacey was accused by actor Anthony Rapp of sexual harassment. This is the latest development in the ongoing Me Too movement occurring in Hollywood, in which stars are revealing their stories. Rapp was a minor at the time, making it even worse. In a statement, Spacey came out as a gay man and denied any memory of the event. This is what a lot of people are annoyed about. Spacey basically tried to use his coming out as a way to downplay the accusations against him. Several gay rights groups were furious that he would do this, as it perpetuates false stereotypes and dismisses the victim's pain.
Since then, several other male victims have come forth, including some who have accused Spacey of actually raping or attempting to rape them. Netflix, which produces Spacey's political drama, House of Cards, announced that the show would end following the upcoming 6th season. It canceled the 7th season of the hit show and put production for the 6th season on hold. The company also announced it was cutting all ties with Spacey. Legally, Netflix is a bind to, because Spacey is credited as an executive producer on the show. That means if anything happened on set, Netflix is liable due to Spacey's leadership position. Insiders say the decision to cancel was likely easy, as showrunner Beau Willenholm left the show last year and it was winding down anyway. Regardless, as allegations slowly come forward, Netflix is in for a headache in the weeks to come.
Gossip queen Wendy Williams had a terrifying fainting incident live during the Halloween episode of her self-titled talk show. She was dressed as the Statue of Liberty and passed out to shrieks from the audience before producers promptly cut to commercial. During a tearful segment on her show later that week, Williams broke down what happened, explaining that she overheated on set due to the costume and was low on electrolytes. She tried to push through but was unable to do so. She also clarified that her health was fine and that the incident was not a publicity stunt. She said, with tears in her eyes, quote, "A lot of people thought that was a joke, me fainting on set. No, that was not a joke. I'm a tall woman and it's a long way down. It was scary." Williams was able to finish the show that day following medical assessment and went on to thank everyone on her crew for helping her and her fans for supporting her. We're glad you're feeling better, Wendy.
Our correspondent Leanna Graham rounded up some of the best Halloween costumes in Hollywood. Who was dressed to impress and who didn't make the cut? Leanna has more.
Hi, I'm Leanna Graham. My favorite holiday, Halloween, has passed, and I'm here with the Celebrity Costume Roundup. From funny renditions of movie characters to paying homage to music icons, celebrities definitely went all out this year. Kim Kardashian stole the show with 4 different costumes channeling her favorite musical icons. She dressed as Cher, Aaliyah, Madonna, and Selena. Some accused her of copying Demi Lovato, who looked equally as amazing in a Selena costume with a revealing keyhole cutout. You couldn't even recognize Heidi Klum as she dressed as Michael Jackson from the Thriller music video. She was decked out head to toe in a scary werewolf costume and complimented her costume with hilarious poses. Sarah Hyland and Wells Adams dressed as Dustin and Eleven from Stranger Things. Sarah managed to transform herself to a dorky, gap-toothed Dustin, while Wells channeled Eleven with a blonde wig, bloody nose, and Eggo waffles. They totally killed it. Will Poulter dressed up as Sid from Toy Story since he has gotten many comparisons to the bully. Will embraced his resemblance for the good, pairing up with Project Anti-Bully to spread the word. Other honorable mentions include Lady Gaga as Edward Scissorhands, LeBron James as Pennywise, Colton Hayes as Marge Simpson, and Neil Patrick Harris and his family as circus performers. Celebrities did a great job this Halloween, and I can't wait to see what costumes they come up with for next year. Thanks for watching this year's Costume Roundup. Now back to Backstage Pass.
So, I don't know about you, but I think it's pretty well known that I love House of Cards, and I was a little devastated. Obviously, I think that they made the right decision because, like, that's so wrong and inappropriate. But I also think that the rest of the show, like, Kevin Spacey at this point, his character Frank Underwood, kind of is fading into the background, and like, I think that the show could have gone on a little longer, but that's also jealous of me because I love the show. Or not jealous, like just incorrect of me to assume that.
I've heard plenty of people say, though, that the show can still go on without him, like lovers of the show. Like, they don't want it to end, obviously.
I mean, I will say that, like, we mentioned that it like it wasn't a difficult decision for them.
Yeah.
Which I agree with, because I think especially like Veep similarly faced this criticism. Like it's a different political climate and people are a lot more sensitive about things now.
Yeah, for sure.
And like, especially with the current state of the world, it's difficult to write a satire about that when like real life kind of mimics that. But yeah, I was just like shocked because first I found out about that and I was like, okay, that's horrible, like
Terrible
gross.
thing.
But then I was like, oh my gosh, they're taking away like one of my favorite shows. So I don't know.
Also, Wendy Williams, that was a horrific clip to watch. It was so sad.
I know, that was just scary to be on live TV.
And just have all the people watching when that happens to you.
Yeah,
I
so
can imagine.
I'm glad that she's doing better though. So
Yeah, that's good.
that's definitely good. So on Wednesday, November 1st, at an Obama Foundation event, Broadway actor Lin-Manuel Miranda took the stage with Chance the Rapper. The Hamilton star performed Dear Theodosia, a popular track off the Hamilton soundtrack. Miranda also spoke at Foundation with musical artist Common about art and activism. At one point, both started to freestyle about each other's careers. The two artists went on to talk about using their voice and platform to raise awareness about social injustices. Michelle Obama has recently stated that the Broadway play Hamilton is her favorite work. Back in March of 2016, the former First Lady hosted the director and cast of the famous Broadway production at the White House to speak to students from 3 local high schools. The former First Lady said at the time, quote, "It was simply, as I tell everybody, the best piece of art in any form that I've ever seen in my life." In other news, Lin-Manuel is continuing his advocacy for reliefs in Puerto Rico. The Hamilton actor was at an event on Wednesday, November 1st at the National Museum of the Puerto Rican Arts and Culture to talk about relief efforts. Miranda wrote and recorded a song with other top Puerto Rican artists. Proceeds from the song go to the Hispanic Federation Unidos Disaster Relief Fund. Miranda said on the continuing relief, quote, "We're far from done." He talked about his own family members are among the 75% of the island's population without electricity and running water. Miranda joked with the crowd at first, stating, quote, "I'd much rather be talking about a new musical I'm working on, but this is sort of the full-time gig right now."
In other music news, Taylor Swift just released her second single and music video for Are You Ready For It off her upcoming album Reputation. Quote, "The old Taylor can't come to the phone right now," quote, a reference to her music video for In is definitely the theme for this music video. Fans went crazy calling the video and visual masterpiece brilliant, one for the books. With its science fiction feel and nothing like we have ever seen before, Taylor and director Joseph Kahn shocked fans with this new and improved Taylor. Since the video release, she has also dropped 2 more singles, Gorgeous and Call It What You Want. Both have fans speculating that they are about her newest boyfriend, Joe Alwyn. Predictably, they also allude to her drama-filled 2016. Fans are excited for Taylor to release the full album on November 10th to see what else she has in store.
Backstage Pass correspondent Jerry Tripodi has more music updates with her update on Weezer's newest album.
The alternative rock band Weezer is keeping up their longevity with their 11th studio album, Pacific Daydream. This title appropriately fits the style of their new songs, such as Feels Like Summer, Mexican Fender, and Beach Boys, that gives us the great California vibe of fun in the sun with an endless summertime. With these feel-good songs, it's impossible to be in a bad mood, even though you can never be in a bad mood when you listen to Weezer. Certain songs did express heaviness in the lyrics, but they were put to a very happy beat, showing us that we should never let our sadness rule us. Although these songs were very enjoyable, I have to give props to the incredible guitar riffs in Mexican Fender, and I can't forget about the great 90s vibe in Weekend Woman. However, my personal favorite song was Sweet Mary. The slowest song off their album had a beautiful melody in the chorus, so I'll probably keep listening to this one the most. I recommend you all check it out for yourself because it is worth a listen. Well, that's my pick for this week. My name is Jaren Tripodi, and I will see you next time.
Thanks, Sherry. Selena Gomez was spotted at breakfast in church with ex-lover Justin Bieber. Not long at all after Selena and The Weeknd split, she was already back out around town with Justin. The two have a long past, so it was inevitable they would find their way back to each other. We can't be certain Selena and The Weeknd are through for good because she was seen wearing his sweatshirt while biking after the breakup. A source has told the public Justin is patiently waiting for Selena to let him know they are official once more. But he does know he has to win her over again. Justin still seems to be working on his newfound love for religion with Selena now by his side. Selena had an eventful year with her kidney transplant, so Justin reached out to her after to make sure all was well with her. The crazy question on everyone's mind has to be whether or not Selena left the weekend for Justin or if he was just there waiting when they ended things for a separate reason.
The TV world is a mysterious place once again. The second season of the hit TV show Stranger Things was released on Netflix at midnight on Friday, October 27th. No spoilers here. For the multi-award nominated and winning show's sophomore season, just to say that many of the show's diehard fans and critics alike are deeply satisfied with the new season. Fan reaction to the beloved show's sophomore season has been awash with praise. Critical reaction to the show has also been very positive. Some cast members have also reacted to the show's second season and what it has in store for fans. Finn Wolfhard, who stars as Mike, stated in an interview with People, "It's set a year later, in 1984, but everyone is still dealing with what happened at the end of season 1. No one can go back to the way they used to be." Fan favorite and awards and fashion darling Millie Bobby Brown, who plays 11 on the show, continued. "The first season was an homage to the 80s, but this one is darker and more emotional. And the last 2 episodes are an epic blockbuster action movie." From all the amazing acclaim the show has been receiving, season 2 of Stranger Things promises to deliver another captivating season of amazing adventure.
MTV is at it again with another Jersey Shore spinoff. The first trailer for Floribama Shore has been released to the public and people are talking about it everywhere. The trashiness is said to continue in the new series of 8 guys and girls. The set is going to be located in the Florida Panhandle with easy access to the party scene. The show has promised to include all of the trashy things viewers love most about Jersey Shore: fights, one-night stands, gym, and tanning. The show will have 4 guys and 4 girls all ready to party their hearts out. People are saying this show will never be as popular as the original Jersey Shore because it has already been played out. Jersey Shore was the first of its kind, so people loved it for that reason. This new series may just appear silly for most people. It kind of just seems like it may be a recording of spring break, and I know I would rather go enjoy the party myself than watch randoms do it on MTV.
Retweet. In a low-key tweet sent by Disney, the company confirmed more stars for the upcoming live-action remake of The Lion King. Backstage Pass has been following this story for months, most notably when James Earl Jones was cast as Mufasa. However, in Disney's recent tweet, they confirmed that Beyoncé will star as Nala in the film, out in 2019. Beyoncé joins Donald Glover, John Oliver, Seth Rogen, Eric Andre, Billy Eichner, Keegan-Michael Kay, and Alfare Woodard in an all-star cast. Director Jon Favreau, who also directed the Jungle Book remake, said in a statement that it is a director's dream to assemble a talented team like this to bring the classic story to life. We here at Backstage Pass know we can't wait to see the movie. Can't wait to be king. I mean, see the movie. Look out for The Lion King, sure to be a hit, out in 2019.
KG Apa, also known as Riverdale's Archie Andrews, fell asleep at the wheel while driving home from a long day of working on set. He worked a 16-hour workday back in September, then began his normal 45-minute route back home. But along the way, there was an accident. Luckily, he was not harmed, but recently he opened up to Daily Mail and informed viewers he believed the accident was a blessing in disguise. Hopefully, the accident will help actors get more breaks to rest during their days so these accidents don't keep occurring. Other actors on the show have asked for there to be transportation home from the set in the future. This idea would be beneficial for the whole cast and ensure there will be no more falling asleep at the wheel.
So, we're both from New Jersey. Thoughts?
This is crazy. I just can't see this doing well. I don't think it's going to do well at all. It's not that.
It's so stupid.
I think it's horrible. Like Buck Wild was kind of one of those spin-offs, and I think that was kind of funny. It was like a whole different approach. It wasn't a shore. I just don't see it doing good.
Yeah, I agree. But that does it for this episode of Backstage Pass. We hope you had as much fun watching it as we did producing it.
If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can email us at lasalletv@.com.
And don't forget to follow us on social media. You can follow us on at LaSalle TV Philly or at BP_LaSalle. For Backstage Pass, I'm Ryan Wall.
And I'm Callie Corson. Thanks for watching.